When I started to shift my mindset and how I see things, my life has become a little bit better. Actually, drastically better. A few days ago, I went to a coffee shop to buy myself iced coffee. I already made my order through the mobile app. I was just gonna go through the drive-through to pick it up. When I was at the window, the worker asked me like, "Is this your order, ma'am?" And then she started telling me like what's on the order. I was like, "No, I only ordered an iced coffee." And so she was like, "Oh my gosh." And then she started to kind of go off on the other worker. I told her, "No, that's okay, that's okay." So I told her that my order was an iced macchiato because I'm basic. And finally they made it, and then they gave it to me, and she apologized, and I said, "That's fine, that's okay, you know, have a good day." And I was probably about 3-4 minutes away from the place when I was able to drink the iced coffee, and it turned out to be really, really sweet. Like, I didn't like it, to be honest. My old self would probably be like, "Oh my gosh," like I'd be so worked up because this just messed up my day, blah blah blah, you know, this is not what I want. But I just said, "Oh well, I can probably try to salvage this when I get home," because I was on my way home anyway. That person who messed up is probably like on their first day of job or new, so they don't know, like they're still trying to get a grasp of like how things work. And then every time somebody cuts me off when I'm driving, I don't honk at them, I don't, you know, curse at them or whatever. I just said, "Oh, okay, this person is probably in a hurry. They might be in the middle of an emergency, or their loved one might be in the middle of an emergency." So I just let them. I don't get myself worked up. Why am I telling you this? When I started to shift my mindset and how I see things, my life has become a little bit better. Actually, drastically better, because I'm not too stressed about little things anymore. It's worked out so well for myself. They say that stress is the #1 cause of diseases for, you know, people, and I try to stay away from stress as much as possible. I became a person that is nice to be around with. I would say a lot of our problems are because of how we think, our mindset. If we just tweak it a little bit, it's gonna drastically change our lives. Thought of sharing that with you guys, and maybe somebody needs to hear it.